Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Charan Manji ji, Honorable Minister of Industries Shri Sampath Charan Swain ji, Honorable MP Srimati Sarangi ji, esteemed ministers, respected Chief Secretary and Additional Chief Secretary, distinguished officials of the Government of Odisha, valued partners, colleagues, and friends. Jai Jagannath. Namaskar. Honorable Chief Minister, I first came to Odisha for Utkarsh 2025 as a guest. I leave each time as something closer to family. Your warmth, your clarity of vision, and the quiet confidence with which you speak of Odisha's future. These are not qualities of a state in transition. They are the hallmarks of a state that already knows where it is going. It does know. It has always known. This is a land that gave the world one of its most transformative moments. It was on the banks of the Daya River at Kalinga that a conquering emperor looked upon his own victory and wept. What Ashoka witnessed here did not just change him, it changed the course of civilization. The philosophy of Dhamma that emerged from the battlefield traveled across Asia, across centuries, and shaped the moral imaginations of billions of people. Odisha did not merely witness history, it redirected it. Centuries later, the merchants of Kalinga sailed out from this very coastline, across Bay of Bengal to Java, Sumatra, Bali, and beyond, carrying not just goods, but language, art, temple architecture, and culture. The Hindu Buddhist civilization of Southeast Asia bears the unmistakable imprint of this land. Odisha's reach at its height was not just regional, it was oceanic. And then there is Konark, a temple built in the 13th century that modern engineers still struggle to fully explain. 24 wheels, each a sundial accurate to the minute, a structure aligned to the winter solstice sunrise, with a precision that required mathematics we are only now rediscovering. Konark was not built by people who thought small. It was built by a civilization that looked at the sky and said, "We will be equal to it." I think about that spirit often because what we are doing here today, breaking ground on new infrastructure, on digital systems, on industrial capacity, is in its own way an expression of that same impulse. The impulse to build things that outlast this moment, things that serve the generation that come after us. Odisha sits on one of the most consequential intersections in the Indian economy. Over 570 kilometers of coastline, the same coastline from which Kalingan sailors once set out to shape a continent. Amongst the richest mineral endowment on earth, whether it is coal, iron ore, bauxite, or chromite. A very young workforce, and now increasingly a government that has made itself a partner, not a gatekeeper to those who come here to build. The Vision 2036 and 2047 roadmap of USD 500 billion economy by 2036 and 1.5 trillion by 2047 is ambitious. But ambition untethered from foundation is just aspiration. What makes Odisha's vision credible is that the foundation is real. The resources are here, the people are here, the governance reform is happening. What remains is the act of building, decisively, at scale, and with long horizon. And that is why Adani is here, not as a visitor, as a builder. We have been in Odisha for years, in ports, in minings, in the foundation of industrial infrastructure. But today is different. Today we break ground on three projects that are not only simply an investment in capacity, they are investment in what Odisha is becoming. The first one is on the data center at Info Valley, Bhubaneswar, with an investment of 800 crores, is not a building full of servers. It is going to be Odisha's claim on digital economy, the infrastructure through which AI, cloud computing, and digital governance will flow for decades to come. This project will create employment of 200 high-end jobs directly and indirectly. The second project is the thermal power plant near Cuttack with an investment of 30,181 crores, which answers a question that no industrial economy can avoid. Where does the energy come from? Growth without reliable power is growth that stalls. This plant will bring stability to the grid, security to industries, and predictability to millions of households and MSMEs whose future depends on consistent electricity. This project will generate employment of 7,000 jobs directly and indirectly for the people of this region. And finally, the third project is a cement manufacturing unit near Cuttack with an investment of 2,100 crores, speaks something I think about often, the geography of opportunity. The Kalingan builders of Konark understood that great structures require not just vision, but materials. Stone had to be quarried, transported, and shaped. Today we do the same, but the material is cement, and the structures we are building are hospitals, schools, roads, and homes. This plant will employ 2,500 people directly and indirectly and ensure that Odisha builds its own future with its own hand from its own earth. Taken together, these projects are a statement of belief, a belief that Odisha is not on the cusp of its moment, it is in it. That the next chapter of India's industrial rise will be written here in this state by these people. There is a continuity in this that I find genuinely moving. The sailors of ancient Kalinga did not ask for permission to reach across the ocean. The astronomers of Konark did not ask for permission to solve the sky. And Odisha today does not need to ask permission to lead. The inheritance is already there. We are simply being invited to be part of what comes next. Adani Group's stake in Odisha's success is not incidental, it is structural. The more Odisha grows, the more we grow with it. That alignment, I believe, is the right foundation for a partnership that outlasts any single project. Honorable Chief Minister, to you and your government, thank you, not for the hospitality alone, though that has been extraordinary. Thank you for the clarity of your vision, for the seriousness with which you approach governance, and for the trust you have extended to us. We do not take it lightly. To the people of Odisha, what we build here today, we build for you. Not above you, not around you, for you and with you. That is the only kind of growth worth pursuing. The ground we break today will in time carry the weight of data centers and power plants and factories. But first, it carries a promise. We intend to keep it.